Peace, 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 y'all. This chocolate I'm raw early in the morning. This ain't gonna be no long now draw it out special. This is my original chocolate. I'm a raw morning special. Hold on for a minute, please. Thank you very much. Whew. That gas get into you sometimes. I gotta eat that apple. Apple's a remedy, get rid of the gas. But anyways, let's pay all due respects to the Creator. Because without the Creator, we ain't here. The sun rises. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Amun. The Creator gave us ability to think and to create. Anytime we're dealing with adversity, think and then we create. Now, one thing I learned over the years is that, excuse me, one thing I learned over the years is that you can continue repeating the same thing over and over and over and over, which most people do. They repeat the same thing over and over again. Are they going to make a change? Are they going to do the right thing? Most likely, no. Do people unite? Yes, people unite all the time. People unite only to the people who they are comfortable with. Only to the people they're comfortable with. Not only just they unite, they don't really have too much to say when they unify with the people they unite with. They used to be spectators, or they used to be just, they're constantly agreeing. Oh, word, 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 word. You know what I mean? You could tell people who have their own opinions and will acknowledge their own opinions. But another thing you got to understand too, and I keep saying this, you know, and listen here. I'm just a messenger because I already bypassed all this aggravation, all this foolishness. There's a lot of web pages on Facebook that have groups. Groups got 22,000 members and 10,000 members. But the whole key point is this. Are you meeting each other face to face in a bar, some type of church or some type of building where you all can collaborate with different ideas and different solutions? So you all could be on Facebook, on social media all day. But until you collaborate together face to face, form an organization, form a positive organization, and then begin to build from there. Number two, we all Americanized. A lot of you want to sit there and go, oh, I'm not an American, I'm not this and that. Yes, you is. You partake what's going on here in America. When you go food shopping, you either buying water, milk, juice, meat, and vegetables. Am I correct? Now, if you're not no farm person, and you're not in the farm, and you're not growing your own products, your own produce, excuse me, if you're not cutting your own animals up and preserving them, animals, I'm not talking about going somewhere to a slaughterhouse that's here in America. You don't know what they're doing to those animals. You don't know what they're feeding those animals. But you go to a slaughterhouse and you sit there and you buy from them from that company or that owner, right? You go to the supermarkets. You got your own supermarket. You are Americanized. You cannot escape that. Number three, you are going to the doctors. Who's checking your pulse? Who's taking your blood? Who's making sure that whatever problem you have, they've got to analyze this, then tell you your situation, how deep is your problem? Are you doing it? I mean, okay, you could be like me. I wait to the last minute to the point that you almost got to bring me out in a stretcher. But I still got to go to those hospitals. You understand? When you have to take a medicine, do you tell anybody you taking medicine? Whose medicine you taking? You understand? Whose medicine are you taking? Are you using home remedies? Or you know how to be able to concoct remedies from the earth and go find these special roots, vegetables, fruits? Do you know that special fruits and vegetables is all around the world and you can find them and it can heal you? Are you prepared to do the traveling? Come on. Unify to unite. Yo, this thing is not the way you think it is. You got to be deep what you're talking about. You got to be organized. Facebook organized is not what it is. They already got 5 powerful organized groups. And most of them can't even be around each other. This is no disrespect to anybody. This is what it is. And if you're talking about who it is, then that means you ain't been doing your research. But I'll give you the 5. The Moors, Christians, Hebrew Israelites, the Muslims, Islam, and the Kemetic system, which is a conscious community. Okay? Those so far right now are the powerful, but the most powerful is Christians and Islam, because they're more organized and thousands more members. Hebrews and the Kemetic been around for a while, but the Hebrews been around for a while and they're beginning to grow even more faster. The Kemetics, they got their things together, but the thing is, they got to get more organized. They got to get buildings. They got to buy buildings, get themselves more professionally organized. And these brothers are intelligent. But to unify you got to be organized. Sitting around talking about, I'm not organizing with this, I'm not organizing with that one. All we doing is talking a bunch of bull crap. Then you got to remember, there's some melanated people who just don't want to be around other melanated people. You got to understand the fact that they don't believe in that, all pro-black. They don't believe in that. They believe in all human beings. All lives matter. Which, in case, all lives do matter. You can't turn their head and tell them, listen, all black lives matter is first. We've been abused since the beginning. Since the beginning, because if you say since the beginning, you might as well say your own black people did that. Because if you go back into Egypt, when the Egyptians put the Hebrew Israelites under slaves, they was the first slaves, according to record. Do your research. Now, let's get things straight. You see, if you understand your history and you do your research, you start to find things, it ain't always what it is. Okay? Make it simple. You ever went to a job or a church or some type of organization, and then all of a sudden you notice the people don't like you or you don't like the people? Why is that? Don't say, well, it's them. It could be you. See, they're used to one way, how they do it in their organization, in their church or their job. They're used to it. You're trying to change it because you're trying to change it to your likeness and to make it easy for yourself. But you can't do that. You just step into their world. Unless you create your own institution. You create your own chapter. And then from there, you're going to have rules, because if you don't have rules, you let other people in, they're going to tell you how to run your own organization. Gods and goddesses, kings and queens, understand this. When you keep talking about why we can't unify each other, why we can't unite, you're only going to unite to the people that's close to you, who understand you, and who's willing to sacrifice themselves and give everything about themselves to you. brothers and sisters. Either if you don't understand that, it is what it is. I'm just a messenger. I'm Chocolate Almond Rob. Peace.